Welcome to the Diecastery, a place for diecast collectors of all kinds. So today we're taking a look at the Ford GT40 Mark II number 1 from 1966, made by Acme for Shelby Collectibles. This is a 1/18th scale version. I waited patiently for this model to come in. But I got a quick turnaround from Nice Diecast Cars. That's the retailer I used to purchase my diecast. And this model in particular, they were great, good price, got here fast, and it was very well packaged, got here safe and sound. I am not affiliated with these guys in any way, but I wanted to let you know where I got it just in case you wanted to pick one up for yourself. And I'll put a link in the description just in case you want to just check them out. So practically everybody knows the history of the GT40. And that's thanks, in part, to the film Ford versus Ferrari. So I'm not going to go into the history because everybody knows. But I will mention the amazing contribution that Ken Miles made to developing the car. Which placed first, second, and third in the 1966 24 Hours of Le Mans. This version, the number 1, came in second place, and we all know the controversy behind that. Ken Miles started 150 meters down the road, or something like that, and he had to win by that distance. He did not, so he came in second to Bruce, who was it? McLaren. Hell with the history. Forget the history. Let's dig into this model. So listen, I've lusted after the GT40 for decades, and I actually stumbled upon the Ford GT4, the GT show car. It was sometime in the early 2000s. My wife and I at a mall, and they were having a car show, and we went outside, and boom, there was this deep blue with white stripes. It was gorgeous. And in my opinion, I think that the GT40 is the most beautiful race car ever made. And I know there's a lot of people out there going to argue with me. Go ahead. This is my personal opinion. This is what I like. I love this car. This model, well, we'll get into the negatives soon enough. So the overall look is beautiful. They captured the color and the design. I think it looks fantastic from a distance. It's wonderful. Look at the video. You can see for yourself. The front end has that low and sleek look. And I love the rivets around the headlights. And the headlight package is great. It looks very detailed and realistic. There's a small frunk that opens to reveal a spare tire. That was a requirement for all the entrants in the 24-hour race. The detail on the tire is great. There's a nice Goodyear logo clearly seen on the tire, and the straps on it are awesome. The whole front end opens up to reveal the tire compartment and the gas tank. And that brings me to the front, to the top. And I love the 2 gas tank access points on either side of the front hood. They're very authentic. Now, rounding out the front of the car, there's a black plastic windshield wiper. That's a bit on the cheap side. It has nice opening doors, and it has those great rivets around the windows. I love that detail because that was on the original car, and it just looks great. The interior is okay. There's a lot of black plastic and silver paint here. So it's a bit underwhelming, unfortunately, if you ask me. The rear of the car has some very noticeable air intakes on either side of the rear window. And the rear window is also surrounded by those rivets, and you know how much I love those. The back of the car opens to reveal the very detailed engine. At a model at this price, I think, if I knew anything about the engine or engines in any car, I'd describe it, but I don't, so it'll remain detailed. The wheels are gold rims with tri bolts on each of them. The tires are blue striped Goodyears. The front tires rotate independently of each other, but the back tires do not. The front tires do steer, however. The front wheels steer. The underside of the car is unspectacular, as it was on the original. The original was flat, black, just like it is on this model. But on the model here, it's plastic. You can see by the video that this truly is a beautiful model. It really is. It looks gorgeous. It has those openings. It has the opening hood, the opening front. It has opening doors. The whole rear of the car opens up. With all that, at this price, now I'm going to tell you that I paid $89.95 Canadian for this particular model. And I think for that price, that's fantastic. I think they got this model right. However, they didn't get it completely right. So I'm going to go into some of the negatives that I spotted. And I wonder, as this model's been rotating and you've been watching the video, I'm wondering if you spotted any of them yourself. But I'll close in on them here. The front double stripe tampos do not line up. So even if I try to adjust the front to help line them up, once I do that, the number 1 on the hood will go out of line. So I'm kind of stuck with either the number being out of line and the front being out of line, or the tampos being out of line. On the top edges of the driver's side door, there's a lot of scratching. And that's not something I expect on any model of any price. That's just unacceptable. The passenger side door will not seat properly. And that throws off the number 1 tampo on the side. You can see that the tampo doesn't line up because the door won't seat properly. There is missing paint on an edge of the front and one of the air intakes on the rear. So what the Acme? I don't care how much a model costs, these are unacceptable errors on your part. They say never to buy a car made on a Friday. Seems like this Acme diecast model of the 66 GT40 was definitely made on a Friday. Buy it at your own risk. So please give me your thoughts on this video and on this model in the comments. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll be back with another video soon. Remember, keep on collecting. Cheers.